In the tapestry of life, we often overlook the profound impact of silence. We are captivated by the spoken word, by the clamor of opinions and the allure of constant communication. Yet it is in the stillness, in the absence of external noise, that we discover a wellspring of peace and wisdom. Like a still pond reflecting the sky with perfect clarity, silence allows us to see into the depths of our being. The practice of silence is not merely about being quiet, it is about cultivating an inner stillness that empowers us to navigate the complexities of life with grace and equanimity. In a world that constantly bombards us with information and stimulation, silence offers a sanctuary for the soul. It is a space where we can detach from the relentless chatter of the mind and simply be. When we embrace silence, we open ourselves to a world of possibilities that lie beyond the realm of words. As we cultivate a practice of silence, we begin to notice the subtle nuances of life that often escape our attention. Silence is not emptiness, it is a fertile ground from which our deepest wisdom can emerge. High in the Himalayas, a young monk named Tenzin embarked on a solitary retreat. He sought enlightenment, a deeper understanding of the universe and his place within it. His master instructed him, "Listen to the silence and you will find what you seek." Tenzin was perplexed. How could silence hold the answers he so desperately craved? Days turned into weeks, and Tenzin sat in meditation, surrounded by the majestic silence of the mountains. At first his mind raced with thoughts, doubts and fears. He felt impatient, restless and far from any profound revelations. Yet he persisted, remembering his master's words. Gradually a shift occurred. The silence, once unnerving, became a soothing balm to his soul. He began to notice the subtle sounds of nature, the wind whispering through the trees, the distant chirping of birds. These sounds, once drowned out by his internal noise, now held a profound beauty. Silence, he learned, was the key that unlocked the door to his inner wisdom. Words are like seeds, the Buddha taught, capable of sprouting into something beautiful or something destructive. Every word we utter carries energy, an intention that ripples outwards, impacting not only ourselves but the world around us. Mindful speech, therefore, is not just about being polite, but about cultivating an awareness of the power inherent in our words. When we speak with kindness, compassion, and understanding, our words have the power to heal, to inspire, and to uplift. Conversely, words spoken in anger, hatred, or judgment can inflict deep wounds, ignite conflicts, and perpetuate suffering. The Buddha's teachings emphasize the importance of right speech, which encompasses abstaining from harmful speech, such as lying, gossiping, and using harsh language. When we practice right speech, we become mindful gardeners of our thoughts, choosing words that nourish and uplift, rather than those that poison and destroy. By becoming more conscious of the power of our words, we can contribute to creating a more peaceful and compassionate world, one conversation at a time. Legend tells of an emperor who sought to find the wisest person in his kingdom. He summoned artists, scholars, and spiritual leaders, presenting them with a seemingly impossible task: to capture the essence of life in a single painting. Days turned into weeks as the contestants toiled tirelessly, their canvases filled with intricate details and vibrant colors. Yet none could satisfy the emperor's profound inquiry. One day, a humble monk arrived at the palace. He carried no brushes, no paints, only a serene smile and an air of quiet confidence. When it was his turn, he approached a blank canvas and with a gentle hand smoothed out its surface. He then stood in silence, his gaze fixed upon the empty space. The court erupted in murmurs of confusion and disbelief. Was this a joke? Had the monk gone mad? The emperor, however, remained silent. His curiosity piqued. After what seemed like an eternity, the monk bowed deeply and presented the untouched canvas to the emperor. "This," he proclaimed, "is the essence of life. The blank canvas represented the boundless potential of life, the emptiness from which all things emerge and to which they eventually return. Imagine a vast ocean, its surface whipped into a frenzy by a raging storm. Waves crash and roar, threatening to capsize any ship that dares to venture out. Yet, beneath the turbulent surface there exists a realm of profound calmness. The deeper one descends, the quieter and more serene the waters become. Our minds are often like this stormy ocean tossed about by a relentless barrage of thoughts, emotions, and sensory input. Silence, in this context, is like diving deep into the ocean's depths. It's about finding that still point within ourselves that remains untouched by the storms raging on the surface. When we learn to connect with this inner stillness, we develop a sense of equanimity that allows us to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and resilience. Like the eye of the hurricane, we find a place of peace amidst the chaos. Have you ever noticed how the words we speak to ourselves can have a profound impact on our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors? Our internal dialogue, often unconscious and repetitive, shapes our perception of ourselves and the world around us. When this self-talk is negative, critical, or judgmental, it can erode our self-esteem and create unnecessary suffering. Conversely, when we cultivate a kind, compassionate, and encouraging inner voice, we nurture our emotional well-being and empower ourselves to live more fulfilling lives. The practice of silence can be a powerful tool for transforming our relationship with our inner critic. When we create space for stillness in our minds, we become more aware of the thoughts and beliefs that are running on autopilot. By becoming more mindful of our inner dialogue, we can choose to nourish our minds with kindness, compassion, and encouragement, creating a more peaceful and fulfilling life experience. In today's fast-paced, hyper-connected world, finding moments of silence can seem like an elusive pursuit. We are constantly bombarded with information, notifications, and demands on our attention. However, even amidst the hustle and bustle, it is possible to cultivate pockets of stillness throughout our day. One way to do this is to create intentional pauses in our daily routines. This could be as simple as taking a few deep breaths before starting work, turning off our phones during meals, or setting aside a few minutes each day for quiet reflection. These small moments of respite can make a world of difference in our overall well-being. By incorporating these practices into our routines, we create space for our minds to settle and our bodies to relax. Beyond the spoken word, there exists a language far more profound and universal, the language of the heart. It is a language that transcends cultural boundaries, spoken through acts of kindness, compassion, and empathy. When we connect with others from this place of genuine care and understanding, we create bonds of love, trust, and mutual respect. Silence in this context becomes a conduit for deeper listening and understanding. When we quiet the chatter of our own minds, we create space to truly hear and receive the messages being communicated to us through nonverbal cues, subtle gestures, and the unspoken language of the heart. We become more attuned to the needs and feelings of others, fostering a sense of empathy and connection that transcends words. By cultivating our capacity for empathy, compassion, and love, we contribute to creating a more harmonious and compassionate world. In the tapestry of life, the present moment is our most precious gift. It is the only time we truly have to experience the fullness of our being, to connect with ourselves, others, and the world around us. Yet how often do we find ourselves lost in thoughts of the past or anxieties about the future, missing out on the beauty and wonder of the now? The practice of silence offers us a pathway back to the present moment. When we quiet the incessant chatter of our minds, we create space to simply be. We become more aware of our senses, noticing the subtle nuances of our surroundings that we often overlook. In the stillness, we discover a profound sense of peace and contentment that arises from being fully present with what is. The present moment, we realize, is not something to be endured or escaped, but a gift to be cherished. By cultivating a practice of presence, we develop a deeper appreciation for the simple joys of life that are always available to us. The journey towards inner peace is not about escaping the noise and chaos of the external world, but about cultivating a sense of stillness within ourselves that can weather any storm. It is about finding that quiet space within where we can connect with our true nature, a place of peace, wisdom, and unwavering strength. Silence is the gateway to this inner sanctuary. It is through the practice of stillness that we quiet the incessant chatter of our minds, allowing us to hear the whispers of our hearts, the voice of our intuition, the guidance of our inner wisdom. In the quietude, we discover a reservoir of strength and resilience that empowers us to navigate life's challenges with grace and equanimity. The path of silence is not always easy. It requires discipline, patience, and a willingness to confront the uncomfortable truths that may arise when we quiet the distractions of the external world. Yet the rewards are immeasurable. Discover the transformative power of silence and unlock the boundless potential that resides within you.
Welcome to Zen Wisdom, where we explore the timeless teachings of Zen philosophy to find inner peace and enlightenment. If you're on a journey to cultivate mindfulness, find balance, and live a more meaningful life, you've come to the right place. Together, let's embrace the wisdom of the ages and create a world filled with compassion, mindfulness, and serenity. Subscribe to Zen Wisdom today, and let's walk this path together. Namaste.